Folks, today I would like to share some of my thoughts on the topic of the true mark of the beast. The folks were not brought up in the Christian tradition may not be aware of this biblical phrase called mark of the beast. Beast really means antichrist or anti-god. In Hindu tradition, it is called Ashura, and the antichrist is sometimes referred to as Satan. And the mark of the beast, that is the sign of the beast, sign of the Ashuras or Satan. Let me give some examples. One of the current very controversial notion of mark of the beast is the mask, which the experts, the scientists and researchers are asking people in America to wear during this COVID-19 crisis. It is the mark of the beast. Some Christian folks are saying, don't wear the mask because then you'll be receiving the mark of the beast. The reason why they are so much scared of receiving the mark of the beast is because when Jesus comes second time, if you have the mark of the beast, then he will reject you. You will not be taken to heaven and you'll be sent to hell. The idea is that never ever receive the mark of the beast. Sometime back, people used to say that artificial intelligence is a mark of the beast because it has its own mind. It will replace human beings and is not created by God. Hence, it's a mark of the beast. And same way, sometime back, people used to say, and still I think they are saying, digital currency is a mark of the beast. And some of the folks are even thinking that the government will one day put some kind of chip in your right hand, and that will that'll be a mark of the beast. Though all these ideas were not present in the Bible, the phrase is there, mark of the beast is there, and people are interpreting various things that they don't like. Especially some Christian groups are interpreting anything that they don't like as the Antichrist, and anything those folks say is a mark of the beast. For example, if you include everybody, if you love everybody, not only Christians, but everybody, people of every religion, every country, every race, then you are including, this inclusion is considered to be the mark of the beast. You have to be excluding, you have to separate the Christians from the other religious people, because other religions were not blessed by God. They are all created by the Babylonism or whatever, the war of the Babylon. One should not include other people from other religions. In that sense, socialism is mark of the beast. Communism is mark of the beast, and liberalism is mark of the beast because it includes everybody. It says that everybody is equal, and everybody is created by the same God as an image of God, and so on. one of the reasons why Christians, in general, the Western religion, has this problem of including everybody and treating them all as children of God, is they don't have this notion of the inner details of the image of God. This notion is there in Eastern religion, especially in the Hindu religion, but the Hindu religion does not really, the folks in the Hindu religion forgotten all about this, and they are caught up in this dharma or the caste system and so on. Basically, there are three divine lights. I've been talking about this. These are the divine lights that I have found in my own spiritual experience. I didn't really learn the meaning of this or the property of these three divine lights, what they mean, and so on from any scriptures. I learned them all through my spiritual experiences, which I documented in my some of the videos in my channel earlier. Now, of the three divine lights, this red light is surrounding. I mean, these three divine lights are everywhere. And the red light is being interpreted or any physical structure, like, for example, a stone or a planet or any physical structure, is surrounded by this red light, red jyoti, as it is called in Sanskrit. Then there is some of the physical structure surrounded by this red light, red jyoti, has a means of they have the means of interpreting or reacting to this golden light, which is the life principle. Those are the physical structures which have life, which are living beings. And some of these living beings have the notion of the I-ness, the feeling of I, and that comes from the white light. And life, golden light is the life principle. So basically, if you take human beings are all human beings, irrespective of the religion or country in which they were born, the language they speak, the so-called race, etc., etc. They are all surrounded by these three divine lights. The red light is immediate to the physical body, and that's responsible for the energy of the human body, just like any other physical structure, like a stone. Stone also has energy inside that, as we all know, having been taught in science classes. Now, the golden light surrounding the human body gives life reproducing skills, changes, modifies the mere physical structure into a living structure. And the white light gives the feeling of I to the human body. But this I-ness is a pure I. It is not the I feeling that the normal people have at the level of the mind. And what is inside the mind is created as an I or ego, is created by various thoughts people have accumulated by living in this world, in various states, waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state, and so on. Now, this notion that these three divine lights, which are regarded in Christian tradition too as the Holy Spirit, Father principle, and the Son of Man, or the Christ principle, underlie the image, each and every image of the folk, the human beings in the world. And it is this that's not known in the Western tradition, and that is because of that. Some of the folks in Christian tradition think that the God created only Christians as an image of God, but the real God, but everybody else has been created as the image of Satan. Talking about this Satan or Ashura, as I've been saying, this notion of Satan or Ashura is nothing but the ego. The ego, every ego is a child of the Satan. At least it has become so. It has been turned out to be the children of Satan or Ashura, because in the mind these days, in the human mind, there are this divisive thoughts, dividing people, that you do not belong to my religion, you do not worship my God is different from your God, and your race is different from my race, and so on, so on. It is this divisiveness is the real true mark of the beast. In other words, it is the mark of the Antichrist or anti-God, Ashura, the sign of the Ashura. So, as rightly Christians have been saying, don't receive the mark of the beast. In other words, remove the divisiveness inside the human mind. It is the divisiveness or Satan or ego principle, which is at the human mind level, which is dividing even among the same religious group. For example, Protestants don't like Catholics, and they consider Pope is an antichrist, and because he has been trying to create one world religion and so on. Actually, when Christ comes back, comes second time, my view is that he will teach that he will teach universal love, which means that God is beyond each and every religion. Universal love is beyond each and every religion. It encompasses not only the whole humanity, but also the whole creation. That is really the principle of universal love. And in fact, most of the Christian folks will be very, very surprised if the second coming of Jesus Christ teaches this kind of universal love. Anyway, before I conclude, I should emphatically state, folks, that I do not belong to any religion or any country or any race. I don't have any attachment to anybody speaking one type of language. I don't have attachment even to the current creation principle, that is, these three divine lights, because as I've been saying, the three divine lights will be totally erased at some point, and a new creation will begin, using all the lessons learned in the current creation. And you don't have to be afraid that such a thing will happen in the near future. It's a long time away. So basically, folks, I talked about the true mark of the beast, which is nothing but the divisiveness in the human mind. And I would like everybody to be aware of this and be free of this divisiveness, so that when the next divine incarnation comes, you will, even before that arrives, you will be immersed in the divine love and experience the extreme joy. Folks, that's what I wanted to talk to you today. If you have any question, let me know, and I will respond to it when I get the time. Talk to you soon, folks.